Alright, get all the giggles out.
Alright, we are back for chapter 10.
A mystery to add. Da-da-da-da. It's gonna
Alright.
get good.
This is gonna be good. Let's start.
Alright, Diana is going to be talking first. Who wants to get the not speaky bits?
I'll do it. Diana floats around the town for hours.
It's no use!
He sits in midair thinking.
I had to say it. I had to say it that way. It's no use!
No, that was so good. That was not like sober.
Okay.
Take this! It's no use! Take this!
It's no use!
It's no use.
It's Walton!
Anywho.
Okay, and back. I might just have to spy on those humans for a while. Maybe they'll reveal something to me.
He starts searching again,
It's funny.
thinking to himself.
How much Riala and I look alike?
He looks into a dark window and finds Will asleep in his bed.
Found one.
Stalker much? The moon silhouettes his figure and casts an eerie shadow across the blankets.
Here, you want to get this
Where?
line? Do you want to get this line, World? Yeah.
Will doesn't go from his sleep happily having a dreamless sleep. His face calm and what? Content.
Looks like it didn't go into the dream dimension. I'll have to try the others.
He floats on and, by a stroke of luck, finds Helen's bedroom window.
Are you in the other world?
He leans his hand on the window to get a good look. Sure enough, she was. The smile on her face said much. Diana sighs in relief.
Now to see if she knows anything.
He flies through the glass, landing on his feet as he looks around at the dream.
I just have to remember not to let those villains know of my presence, as I always have.
He floats again, searching for Helen.
I got this one.
Yep.
It didn't take long to find her. Diana first caught the sound of a violin, as sweet and strong as the ball moved across the strings, the sound echoing over the dreamscape.
Oh, let's scroll down.
Yep. Yeah.
There we
There
go.
we are.
Okay, and this is Helen and Diana.
But who's
So I got.
Helen.
Okay, so World, do you want to do Helen?
Huh?
Do you want to maybe do Helen? So. Or do you
think Ashley wanted to Helen, right?
No, if you want. If you want.
Okay, could try if you guys want me to.
Yeah, her lines are too long, so it's not too bad.
Right.
So good practice.
All right, if you want.
And we got. Okay, there we are.
Right here.
Okay. This is a long part. I'll read this part. It's a long sentence.
Yeah, let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah, I'll read it. Diana follows the soothing melody, spotting her from the shadows of a tree. He stays near the tree, listening to the music. He had always wanted to play one, but never could play it right. And lessons were out of the question, as he wished not to be seen for fear of horrifying those around him. He shakes those thoughts away and tries to get back to the mission at hand. Talk to someone already, he mutters. And now it's Helen.
She plays for a while longer, then stops with a sigh.
I hope you like that night, wherever you are.
She then looks at the stars.
I wonder if you can see them too.
Diana looks at her, conflicted. He then shakes his head.
Pull yourself together. She's playing a trick. That's it. Like sirens to sailors.
Huh, I guess I knew about sirens. Anyways, she shakes her head.
I better get moving.
She then stands up and brushes her dress.
Miss Sinclair is reading.
Diana grins as he floats after her, making sure to stay out of sight. Helen keeps racing along until she reaches the dream gate, where Clarice is waiting.
There you are, Helen. It's just us girls tonight.
Diana hides behind one of the pillars of the gate, watching the two. He sees Clarice.
Her again. This should prove interesting. Okay.
Both sit down next to the fountain. Claire smiles a bit.
So, how did you meet Will?
Helen giggles.
Hey, I was going to ask the same thing about Elliot.
Diana floats around to the other side of the fountain, watching them through the falling water.
Well,
Helen twirls her hair.
I met Will when I was in NiGHTS. I found him lost inside a crystal palace that I was in. It turned out that he was sent there by that dope Riala after he used him to bait knights.
How dare they say such things about Riala?
Thought Diana.
If I didn't have to spy on them, I would give them what for?
Claws scratches the stone, making a mark on the spotless fountain.
This is a long part. Are you up for it?
Yeah. I got it. And Helen smiles. Yeah, this is all girl talk, like totally girl talk.
Ah!
Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We're gonna be doing
Well-
girl talk. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. But after I helped him get back, I got to help. He got to help me when I was sent to Israel by Riala.
It's wonderful that the both of you got to meet each other at night. But how was your first flight with Knights offering his hand, asking to be able to take you on a wondrous ride? Did your heart leap as you soared, swooped, and dived, letting that feeling of joy take a hold?
Clara's asked and faded a bit into a daydream. Diana sat in midair, beginning to think that this was a waste of time. The only things that held him there were his promise to his mission and his curiosity, but those were solely dwelling.
So, have you and Will have any luck on finding him?
Helen sadly shakes her head.
It doesn't help. We don't even know where to begin.
Diana shakes his head.
Pointless.
He floats up and away, but upon leaving, he almost flies an owl who is heading towards the gate to sit on his usual perch. Diana dodges just before impact and flies out of sight. Owl could even react. There you are, ladies.
He lands on the rock.
I have something to show you.
I think this was Helen. But they both say it, so.
I
Both
can't
stood
say
up.
it at the same time.
Both stood up.
1, 2, 3. Okay, on the count of 3. 1,
One,
2,
2,
3.
3.
What is it, Owl?
He shakes his head. You
Go ahead, go.
You must see to understand.
All right, lead the way.
Then, still in his hiding spot, scolded himself for not being more aware. Both dreamers race after the owl, soon fading from sight. Then, being extra careful, follows them.
Perhaps this old coot of an owl knows something.
Ah! That's what Rihanna said! Ah! No, he said... No, he said uncouth. My bad.
But still enough. Rihanna, you're rubbing off on him.
Well,
Excuse
he
me.
has fancy words. That's all I can say.
Yes, Rihanna's a fancy boy.
Okay,
Yes, he is a fancy
I can read
boy,
this
but he's
next
not too
sentence
fancy,
here.
thankfully. Anyways,
Okay.
soon not all that far off, they stopped giving both girls a chance to catch their breath.
So, Owl, what does he want to show us?
Owl since then landed on a fallen log. You must see for yourself right over there.
I can read this part. Motioning with his head, both dreamers gingerly walk in the pointed direction to find knights. There in front of them was their friend, staring blankly into space. Look harder, you'd be able to see right through him.
Dad takes in the sight, trying to keep himself from freaking out. He looks around, finding no reflection surface to pass through. But even as he does, he senses that something feels familiar about the figure that they called Knights. He begins to wonder. Helen then goes over to reach him. Quickly, she jerks it back when her hand goes right through him.
What?
Wait, so is Knights a ghost?
Oh my goodness.
Sort of.
Oh my goodness. Night has haunted them.
Yep, just in time for Halloween, everyone. It's a ghost jester.
Knights has been a poltergeist at one point. I'm not
I
kidding.
hear
Someone
you.
actually drew Knights as a poltergeist. Anyways.
Here, I'll read this. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. All right. You really want me to read it?
Yeah, you can do it. Sorry.
All right. Then the part that tugged their hearts a bit when Helen attempted to place her hand on this ghostly knight's blinked.
I can do it.
Helen, are you there? Is anyone there?
Clarice waves her hands in front of him. Knights, we're right here.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Where am I?
It's on.
Owl, any clues here?
Helen, which Owl happily smiles.
Asks.
I read that wrong.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is Owl talking next.
Yes, this means wherever Knights is, he's attempting to come back to Nightopia. But I think something's holding him back, keeping him from returning, and I cannot begin to understand why or what.
Diana continues to stare at Knights, wishing he knew what seemed so familiar about this jester. His blue eyes began to glow as he scanned the figment.
Both Lady Dreamers looked at their friend sadly.
I did not specify who this was.
I think it might be
Maybe it's Clarice.
I can do it.
Go ahead.
Well, at least it means Knights is alive.
Owl nods. Then there's a chance we may find him.
Diana finishes his scan and quickly leaves, but he accidentally makes some tree branches rustle on his way out.
All three of them jump and quickly turn towards the noise. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? All they hear is a floating noise as Diana hides behind the tree. Shoot! In front of him
is the open glade, and behind him are his foes. Realizing that he is now trapped, Diana mentally slaps himself for being so clumsy.
Helen and then Clarice.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's Helen?
Yes,
Yeah,
Helen first.
Helen and Clarice. So you got the first speaky part. That's Helen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think it might be Rihanna, or I rather have some NiGHTS?
Helen asks the others, but Claire shakes her head.
I don't think it's the NiGHTOpians. Maybe Rala, but why not attack us?
Helen again.
I guess you got a point.
Diana remains very still. He doesn't dare peek back at them for fear of them seeing him. It takes a few minutes before they decide it wasn't anything, but even then Clarice looked longer than Owl and Helen before she turned her attention to them. Diana decides to wait it out.
Who knows? These foolish humans might. I'll try that again. Those foolish humans might even blab out some information with their useless chit-chat.
Oh my god, Riella said the same thing tonight. It's not like I came by to chit-chat. My god, Riella is rubbing off on this guy.
And I said fuel. I was mimicking Antoine from Sonic. A fuel! A fuel!
Antoine!
Human!
Now you're making it sound like he's Papyrus! Yeah! I can see like the Papyrus! Yeah!
Foolish humans! These foolish humans leave out their socks like you, brother.
He whispers to himself. During that time, to their relief and worry, the ghost knights seem to have disappeared.
I hope he's okay, wherever he is.
As do I.
And then Diana. If only I had a reflecting surface, I could have gone to him already.
Diana sighs.
Why?
To Diana's rotten luck, not much more was said between the Dreamers and Owl. They just had nothing to say after seeing Knights. Diana growls and floats back to the forest where he saw Helen play her violin. In his frustration, he claws up a tree.
2 mishaps in one night. What's wrong with me?
The tree falls. Diana calls himself and looks at it.
Guess I better wait until morning.
He suddenly hears a noise and quickly dives into a crystal mass reflecting nearby. Clarice walks past, taking no heed that she even heard anything, but she sees the shredded fallen tree, which sticks out among the beautiful woods like a sore thumb. Leaning down sadly, she brushes her hands over the damaged bark.
Like this place needs something like this.
Diana, watching through the reflection of Helen's window, begins to feel horrible for ruining the tree, but he stops himself from watching further.
Idiot. They are the enemy.
He looks back at the window.
But why would she be sad about that tree?
Conflicted, Diana backs away, shaking his head.
She must know of my presence and is messing with my head. Rael did say they do things like that.
He growls.
That must be it. The nerve.
That would have been funny, but nice adding. He glares at the reflection. Being so close to the window, and because of his abilities, his anger cracks the window. He flies off soon after and waits for sunrise.
And that's the end of chapter 10.
Wow, this is definitely this is decently long.
That is a filler, but also pushes the story forward at the same time. It's a paradox chapter. But that's the end of chapter 10. I can't wait for chapter 11. It's gonna get good.
Then let us. Ah! What was that?
That was me. Excited.
Okay, then let's do this. Chapter 11, guys. The truth known by the wrong side.
And do we want to split this on up or two parts?
Yeah, we can split it up. Which characters are in this?
Diana, Will, Helen, August, from what I can remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah,
Are you getting tired? Are you getting sleepy? Worlds.
Aww, that's why they see you're so cute.
We got a wolf here who's tired.
I'm so tired.
Well, you were yawning.
Aww. Don't worry. Believe me, I was yawning in the middle of work, so just a tired day today.
I slept most of the day.
Your body don't care. Alrighty, that was chapter 10, guys. I hope you had fun and enjoyed our slip-ups, tongue-ups, and text screw-ups.
Yeah.
Guys, one more thing.
What?
Don't vote earphones for this video because you get ear raped by somebody.
Yeah, beware of guys with white hair wearing a one-piece suit. He'll waggle his tongue at you.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need him showing up.
Yeah.
Now I have to draw Riel wearing Gear Hammond's clothes. Note to self.
Oh gosh.
Not like completely in his outfit, but just like style, like with like a palette swap or something.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put him as Gira Ham. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. See you all for chapter 11.
It's gonna get good.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.